Hey guys, I'm assuming that you can't see me at all, but I am in fact right here. It's just been a really, really rotten day. I think yesterday with seeing a movie and driving to that with lots of lights and then going to a restaurant and just like going around doing errands and stuff. I think it was just too much for my eyes. So today today hasn't been good. And, that's such as life. So, especially with a disease like this. So, I'm just gonna try to be as real as I can with you. And, like the video I thought went so well last night, and like immediately after I turned it off, my eyes went haywire. And I don't just mean like the light bothered me. I mean like stuff was flashing in my vision, and um I get this thing that I call stained glass window eyes. Again, like I mean Phil and I just have to come up with things like ways that we can possibly describe it to you, and that is one of the things. Like when I can't even show you because you guys can't see my hand moving, but off in the side of my vision, sometimes I get these little fractals, for lack of a better term, that just kind of move around wherever I'm looking. And usually they aren't flashing off and on like they were last night. And they were covering like so much more of my vision from like the middle half of my right eye to the right. And it was just like there. And I was just like, I mean, it's just reflex to close your eyes and try to block it out, right? But with this condition, um, all the stuff that I see, I can still see it with my eyes closed. And usually it's a lot worse with my eyes closed. Um, so while that could have been alarming, I closed my eyes for a minute and I said, I'm gonna choose to believe that this is happening from overuse, eye exhaustion, so to speak. So at that point, I was already getting ready for bed. I just tried to just quiet everything and, get through that. But I was like, okay, it really needs to knock it off. And it was so far beyond like looking up and seeing something on the ceiling, or like looking out and seeing the air moving. Like that's one thing. But hey, Kim. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, so that thankfully didn't happen for too long, in the grand scheme of things. And I was like trying to wind down and go, rest anyway. And I was able to get to sleep eventually, which is better than some nights when I'm seeing stuff. And of course, not being well rested makes like contributes to your eyes not being their tip-top possible shape. But the main reason that I'm not well rested at this point is because this stuff keeps happening. So yeah, it's super frustrating. And then spam call coming in. So I do have my calendar open. I haven't looked at it. I'm sitting in the dark. But yeah, so today, I mean, there was a situation with there being a long period of a light that really, really bothers me being on, that I couldn't do anything about, which, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know if this would have happened, without that being on, but it certainly didn't help. And I spent a big portion of the morning being super upset and trying to hide from that and even after it was over, like literally being in the dark with sunglasses on, under a blanket, with my eyes closed, with my arms over my face. And I could still see light. So, there's that. It was not fun, and it literally, like, my eyes were burning, tears were streaming down my face. It was not a fun time. But and then I just closed myself off even more from the world today, and I have blackout curtains, but they're not truly blackout, and the way that our door and windows are, like, I mean, light gets in. So Phil is at Lowe's right now trying to get some different things for us to do in here, because it's just not enough some days. And like right now it's black because of course it's dark out. But that's not always the case. And even though I don't go up there, we have an upstairs where the windows aren't covered, and the stairs come right down and into our bedroom. And, that's where I am, 90% of the time now, when I'm here. I probably higher than that. 95% of the time that I'm in the house, I'm in here, because that's where we can block the light the most. So, we need to come up with some other way to, I was saying about putting a curtain across, where the stairs are, so that we can block that light. So, I was saying even just one of those spring, not shower curtain, but like spring, what is it called? Like curtain rod type thing. Phil didn't think that it would be strong enough to hold something there, so I don't know. He's looking at a couple things. Hey, Lauren. Sorry, this is not a very exciting visual video, but it is what it is. So I just pulled the Godiva out, and I believe it is heart-shaped. And it's really smooth on the outside. And after this day, I really hope it's not white chocolate, but let's see. Or see, so to speak. I'm gonna take a bite out of it. Like really soft. There's definitely chocolate, at least in the middle. Yeah, it's, I'm gonna say milk chocolate. And it's not the same as like how the truffle was yesterday. But hang on, let me take another bite. Like, kind of crumbly. It's like a smooth, soft, but solid filling, like kind of like how the truffle was just like the chocolate that chocolate shell going into the filling, but like it not really being a cream, so to speak, or like definitely not a runny filling. It's more solid, but it's not like a crunch biting into it, if that makes sense. It is very similar to yesterday's, so I'm not sure if it's I don't know. I would almost venture to say that there might be a little bit of nut butter or something in there, but I don't think there is, because I've already scoured the box for making sure there's no peanut butter. And I would have seen if there was going to be, almond butter or something like that. But, so sweeter than yesterday, which is why I think it was milk chocolate. Even though yesterday was milk, but I don't know, it was a much richer consistency. So yeah. And I don't know what else to tell you about today because I obviously can't show you the braille or the sign language today, but hopefully tomorrow will be better and I'll be able to, have a small light on to show you it. Or I can, if it doesn't work out tomorrow to have the light on, then I'll just take photos of them if I can, or have Phil do it. I have the little bit that I have looked or used my phone today, I have had an extra dark filter on. And I did go check out some vision loss websites that I had been directed to, and the place that I was looking to call, I was like, literally said, this is the worst vision loss website that I have ever seen. Like, way to go, Pennsylvania. And I'm sorry to sound like this, but it has been a rough day, and I have looked at, several today, different sites, but, in a year and a half, I've looked at, quite a few, and this one, like, bright white background there was nothing there that you could change it, like do high contrast, which is what I need. I need a black background with white font, or a blue background, or, different high contrast, which I understand how weird that sounds, because if you're fully sighted, like, you think white and black are high contrast, yes, but I can't. That brightness kills me. That bright white kills me. And, a lot of websites, you can, for accessibility, you can toggle that off. You can change the colors. You can change the contrast. And at the top of that site, it said color or grayscale. Now, their version of color is a bright white background with little black font. And I don't mean like bold font or larger font or capitals. No, I mean like really tiny black print on a white, like flaming white. Like, how when you're driving and there's snow on the road and snow on the sides of the road and the sun is really, really bright, and it like almost blinds you because it's like reflecting in your eyes when you're trying to see the road. That's what it was like for me. And their grayscale, while it did dim the white a little bit, a very slight bit, it makes it harder for me to see because I need the contrast. It's just like, how are you a website that's supposed to be for people with vision loss and eye problems that you have this going on? Like, it's just, I don't know, it just drives me crazy. And so then I couldn't find any of the information that I needed to find. And it's like, how is this a helpful website? You know what I mean? So, at any rate, that has been my day. And then I was supposed to have counseling that I really wanted to go to in person because I've been having to either cancel it or do it over the phone. But I wound up 2 hours beforehand calling and switching it to on the phone because even though I'm sure it wasn't a bright sunny day, I just could not brave going outside. So it was a good appointment, but it was good to have that today after all of this stuff. But it's just a lot, guys. I'm gonna be honest. It's a lot. So thank you to everyone that's been reaching out and checking on me or making suggestions, or a bunch of you have tagged me in the John Urquhart, I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, but the post about the ASL wrapping paper, or texted it to me, and I love it so much. I definitely need some. And last night when I got the first message about it, that somebody had texted me, I was actually in Williamsport, but there was no way at that point that I could brave another store. And I mean, we all know it's good that I didn't, considering how my eyes reacted today. So I'm just trying to chill and be in the dark and, you know, try to keep my eyes moisturized and stuff. I think Phil just got home, so I'm gonna go talk to him and see what his solutions are. But thanks, guys, for watching and for sharing the videos. And hopefully tomorrow will be better. Hope you guys had a better day than I did. Love y'all.